Hi everyone, in this video we're going to see border property in CSS. So border is something which you can use for giving border to your elements, whether it is a paragraph, whether it is an h1 tag, whether it is a division or whatever. Okay, so we'll quickly see how to use this border properties in CSS. So I have a property called border style. With the help of this you can define your border. Okay, how the border you want, whether you want the border to be dotted, whether you want the border to be simply a solid border with a black, a solid plain border, straight line border, or whether you want a border to be dashed or whatever. So we have number of values which we can use for this particular property border style. So for now, if I give border style as dotted, so my border around my h1 element will be looking something like this. Can you see? So I've got a border surrounded to my h1 element and it is dotted because I have given dotted. So for example, if I give dashed, so it will change itself to dashed. Can you see? And if I don't want this, and I want a very which we usually give the simple border, plain border. So for that we use solid. Can you see? Now I have got a normal border which we usually use, right? There are a number of values in this. For example, if I now give double, it will represent or it will display double borders, right? So there are many options for many values which you can use for styling your border. Okay, with this we have another property, and that is border color. You can also define your color, your border color, whichever you want. So I will give my border color as maybe green. If I go and run it, here we go. Can you see my border color is green? Maybe it is not right currently visible, so I'll just make this solid so you can clearly it will be clearly visible. Can you see? Now it is green. Okay, there's another property with the help of which you can define the width of your borders. So if I give border width, with the help of this I can define the size or the width, how big or how thick or thin my border should look. So now I want my border should be 5 pixel. If I save it and run it, here we go. Can you see my border is of 5 pixel now? Okay, so my border is of 5 pixels. Now with that we have another property which is, we can't say it's similar to border, but it works exactly like border, but it is outline. Means the border is actually where your element is there, the very border corners of your element. We can see the edges of your element. For example, as this was a h1 element, so the border was at the edge of the element. Okay, but outline is something outside of your element. Okay, it will describe or it will be displayed where your element ends. Okay, not on the edges but outside the edges of your element. So how it is, we'll just see it. It is having very much similar properties like your border. So I'm going to write the same thing, and I'll just write outline over here. Outline is equal to solid, and I'll give some different color to outline. Maybe I'll give blue color, and okay, outline width I'll keep little more, and that's maybe 15 pixel. Okay, now let's see how does it looks. Here we go. Can you see? So this is my border which is on the edge of your element. Okay, but this is my outline which is outside your element edges, right? So this is the difference between your border and your outline, and this is the property of border which you can use for giving borders on your elements in CSS.